Have you both caught up?
I have not seen the latest episode.
Oh, Scotty. I'll
I
let
have,
Alex handle this one then.
Oh,
but
wow.
it's incredibly unmemorable.
That's right.
Oh, damn
Yes.
it. That's
I
not me.
even went back this morning and found a recap of it to try and get my head in order, but I could only remember the one scene with Odin, and that's all I could remember from it.
It's really steady, and I feel like we are due for a bit of escalation.
Well, it's kicked off, hasn't it, with Odin?
It seems to be reaching a head now, and the preview for next episode, stuff's happening. But this episode, for what it is, episode 5, was very slow. The only thing of note, I think, was the Cassidy and Tulip meet-up, which, two of these three characters have now met. The triangle is complete, if you like. It has not been completed in the way I was hoping. A little bit gross, but there we go. They've all met. Now we've kind of laid all the pieces out. Let's have a story. So I'm kind of hoping that's what we do next. I think there's a bit of lethargy that maybe it came along with being in the same place too long, being stuck in this same, we get it that Jesse's trying to convert his town, but he is abusing this power, and it is going to have to come back to bite him in the arse.
Which it's definitely set itself up for with King Cannon when he said to him, "Will you serve God?" and "You will serve God," and that's worked out really well, and that's something I've been looking forward to for quite a while. After watching Jessica Jones on Netflix, I found myself quite attracted to those storylines with people with mind control powers but can't quite control them the way they want to.
Yeah.
And it seems like Jesse's got that already. It showed up in I think it was the end of the first episode, when he said you need to take your heart out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus,
yeah. And it's obviously come up again.
great.
He knows what he's saying, knows what he wants to say, but he's just not very good at it.
They take him very, very literally.
Well, Odin not so much, because this one was quite an open-ended. Again, stupid thing to use if you've got mind control or whatever he's got under his belt. But if he says, "Will you serve God?" then that's completely left open.
Yeah.
To who the person you're speaking to sees as God at the very first point.
Yeah.
You see yourself as God, then you're on to a loser straight away, and that's quite interesting. I'd like to see a bit more of that. And even though it was obviously quite a drastic scene what happened.
Yeah.
I think it's going to add a bit of comic relief into it, just like Kilgrave managed to in Jessica Jones as well. It was every so often he'd just drop a line in. I think my favourite one from Jessica Jones was just in passing when he said, "I once told somebody to go and screw themselves."
Oh,
Imagine that, and that just offhand line. If Jesse were to do this occasionally and use these offhand lines, hang on, the phone's ringing.
In the meantime, from what I've seen of Preacher, it is actually pretty damn good.
So where are you up to, Scott?
He's doing the congregation thing, getting everyone on board. And then the end of the last episode was.
Fuck's sake!
Alright, Alex. You okay?
Are you the homeowner? Are you Mr.
good
Taylor?
start
No,
there.
no, piss off. Right.
Should have brought him on the podcast. We could have.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Out of Heroes. Hello, Mr. Telemarketer. But yeah, from what I've watched of Preacher, episode 4 I think it is, or is it episode 5? No, episode 5's the latest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So episode 4, I'm really digging it. I like the pacing of it. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I do like it. And
Yeah.
obviously, from what you're saying, is it's now starting to kick into gear a bit more.
Well, this episode, I think we're doing like a bell curve. I think we really slowed down and started focusing on who these people are, what this town is like, and we've kind of hit the bottom of this curve where Jesse is. He's starting to make problems for himself. And I think this season's story arc is ultimately going to be about him learning that you can't fuck around with people's free will. And the next half of the season, I think, is going to go back up this curve of things are getting really serious now. So I'm hoping that from here on, now we've got all the the stages set, it can start kicking into full gear.
How
Do you
many
know how long the
episodes is it?
season is?
Yes.
I'm only guessing it's going to be 10, 12, 13 episodes, something like that.
Let's have a look and see
I'm
what
not
the
sure what the
internet
order
tells
was.
me.
But it does have a second season,
Yeah.
which it's AMC confirmed, and it's coming to Comic-Con, so we'll probably hear more.
So they obviously
about it.
believe in it a lot, and there's always ups and downs in these sorts of shows. You can't make every episode a complete balls to the wall winner. But this, I think it served its purpose, and now it's time to see what the outcome of all this is.
I also think it's really like kind of, I don't want to say quirky, but like it stands out as like, for me anyway, like it just stands out amongst TV. Like it's something different. When I could go to Preacher, I'm like, that's something I'm not getting anywhere else. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's got a bit of an X factor that you don't really see, and it's an Ennis factor really. It's that kind of sick humour that you sometimes get, and it's kind of just peppered in throughout. At its core, it's got a lot of conventional stuff going on, but then there's just some weirdness that you don't really find anywhere else, which is one of the things that makes it quite special. So, did you get an answer, Alex?
8 episodes.
Is that all?
Ooh,
brilliant.
8.
Okay.
8 is what is listed at the moment, but yeah.
That
You
seems
know,
about
while
right
these
for an
things are
AMC
listed.
first series,
It-
because Walking Dead
yeah.
had 6.
And for pickup, I mean, what was it? It's AMC. Amazon also picked up Lucifer, which was 10. So it fits with
Wait,
Amazon.
did Lucifer not get a second season on the network it was on?
Yeah, Lucifer it has got a second season.
Oh, right.
They've just cast his mother as well for the next season. So it fits with sort of co-airing in the UK as well. A short run to get in early doors and probably push up to about 13, 16 next season.
Yeah, well, that means the next 3 anyway. They're going to have to be quite non-stop.
Balls to walls.
Yeah,
I think they're going to ramp right up until the second half of the last episode when it'll just plateau out and stay at quite a high level.
Yeah,
And then drop off right at the very end to keep people coming back next season.
I look forward to that then.